You know what time of year it is. You know what day it is. I think we're all on the same page here. Wow. What a shot. That was a long three. Wow. Oh, that is such a long three. He just buried that shit. Oh, come on, High Point. Obviously, like as always, I am rooting for the dogs, the underdogs in this tournament. Currently, McNeese State is up 16-8 over Vandy. That's a 12 over a 5. But the most shocking current score that anybody could possibly conceive of is 16 seed Siena. Siena is up by 9 points over Duke. Now, sure, it's early in the first half. Halfway through the first half. I'm sure Duke's going to come back and win this game. But I'm currently watching the High Point Wisconsin game. Hi, Acacia. Hi. Classes. Hi, Winston's mom. Yeah, the underdogs. That's what dogs. So I've been watching this High Point Wisconsin game. High Point's down by 5 with 4 minutes left in the second half. Wisconsin's a 5 seed. High Point's a 12 seed. And bang! High Point just hits the 3-point shot to cut it to a 2-point game here. Wisconsin's up by 2. 4 minutes left in the second half. High Point's been hanging top the whole time, but they fell behind a bit there, and now they're clawing back again. 72-68 now. 72-70 now. As that, I got to say, High Point's movement without the ball movement, and uh, pick and roll kind of stuff is very impressive. They seem very well coached. This is basketball, Acacia. The wonderful sport of basketball. It's not Tootsie Ball, no. So, commercial now. Let me open up the Siena Duke game in another tab. Hi there, Ruben R. We've got excitement, we've got fun, we've got good times for everyone, as I am going to have now. This game on. As Siena is up by 11 points over Duke with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Now, obviously, there's a lot of basketball game left to play here. And the number one seed Blue Devils are unlikely to fall to Siena. That does not change the fact that Siena is currently up by 11 points. Pretty impressive stuff. They say that nobody is perfect. Then they tell you practice makes perfect. I wish they'd make up their minds. Wilt Chamberlain. Well, it's the first one that's correct. Siena has the ball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. It just got knocked out of bounds by Duke, so they're going to have to inbound it. And if you want to imagine a shocking upset, this would be it. Oh, but it's unlikely to happen. Let's go back to the High Point game. I'm already invested in that one. It's late in the second half. I'm still not back on yet. I will bring up the live stream in this tab. Cal. I'm going to pause that and then put this on live chat. Now, back to the High Point game. All right, here we go. Let's go, High Point. We're all ready for the excitement of a lifetime. You may be 12th in the seeding, but you're number 1 in our hearts. Now it's 73-70 High Point as Wisconsin makes that free throw. 74-70 as Wisconsin makes the second free throw. And High Point brings the ball into the front court. Oh, that guy is nuts. That guy, is that the same guy? I think so. Who had the super long three before. And he's got such a quick release, it's insane. He just catches it and bam! It's out of his hands and up into the basket. Wisconsin now clinging to a 1-point lead with 3 minutes left. The 5 seed not wanting to go home early, but facing a very determined High Point team. They extend the lead to 3, though. As the High Pointiers, I don't know what their mascot is, but they're giving it everything they've got, and then another 3 by High Point. Wow. No, I didn't serve in the Vietnam War. I was born in 1971, so I'd have to have been a toddler. Wow, okay, tied up again, 78-78. Oh. Wisconsin back up by 2. 2 minutes left in the game. High Point bringing the ball up. Can you shout out the trans community for me and my girlfriend? I'm happy for you. But I'm not interested in groups. Oh, I am interested in this basketball game, though. So High Point misses that 3. Wisconsin grabs the rebound with 1.5 minutes left now. It's a 2-point game. Wisconsin taking their time, working their half-court offense. The guard asks for a bit of an isolation, gets it, drives on his defender, and scores 82-78 now. High Point's going to need a basket on this trip down the floor. Oh, 3-pointer again. 82-81 now. Wisconsin, the 1-point lead again. 55 seconds left in the second half. Oh my God, this game is fantastic. Breaking news. F-35 hit by Iranian missile. Did Trump make a mistake returning his war? Well, yes, obviously. It was illegitimate from the outset, as I said. It's a war of aggression. Iran has not done anything adequately provocative to justify our attacking them. And if Israel wants to attack them, they can do it by themselves. They don't need our help. Did I not bring a cigarette out here? I just brought myself? That doesn't make any sense. We're sitting in here. I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're just talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. No. We're talking about practice. I'll get the cigarette. So this game, wow. This High Point, Wisconsin game is fantastic. It's been fantastic. And it's exactly the kind of thing you want to see in March Madness. The High Point Panthers, that's their mascot. Okay. You want to go inside? There you go. All right. Yeah, I just brought a lighter. Smart of me, huh? All right, we're back to the game now. Still 82-81 Wisconsin. Wisconsin inbounding the ball with 55.2 seconds left. Barring a Wisconsin three, High Point's guaranteed at least one possession with an opportunity to tie it. Wisconsin having some trouble inbounding the ball as that attempted inbound pass is knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. Wisconsin will inbound again. And no, wait, was there a foul called? Looks like maybe a foul was called. Or they're going to review. It's possible. All right, so we're going to commercial again. We just got back from commercial. So we're back at commercial. So the referees decide to have a little party over by the scorer's table. Let's have a little referee party. Talk about the rules. All right, we're back. Call out on the court, out of bounds caused by High Point, touch loss by High Point. It's being challenged or reviewed without a challenge. I'm not sure which. And looking at the video, it seems fairly likely that Wisconsin may have touched it last, but I don't know if it's enough for them to overturn it. No, it is a challenge, yeah. High Point challenged it. So, we'll see what the call is on the review. There may not be enough to overturn it. It's really hard to see. Of course, I'm looking through the window. Might be easier to see if I were right in front of TV. I like the fact that High Point's gone all in on the purple. Their team color is purple, and Siena is still leading Duke by 11 points. And the first half is almost over. That's pretty crazy. Number 12 seed McNeese State is leading Vanderbilt by 8 points. I don't think I had a lot of 12 points. I went pretty chalky this year. If it turns out to be a super upset heavy year, I'm gonna regret that. It'll be like because normally I make my brackets pretty upset heavy. All right, well, he may have the logistics and the right plan, and it may even be the case that there are positive outcomes from him having done this. That's not what I said, right? I said it's not legitimate because it comprises aggression because it fails to meet the criteria for a legitimate cause for war, or just cause, as they would say in just war theory. So you're wrong. Obviously, if it's not legitimate, it doesn't matter if it's effective. So okay, I don't want to talk about that. We're watching basketball. Wisconsin with the ball, the clock, 22 seconds left. They're going to try to get a shot off here with as little time remaining as possible. High Point gets the rebound, throws the ball off court, and takes the lead with 11 seconds left. Oh my God. Wow. All right, so now Wisconsin's going to get the last shot with a chance to win the game. I mean, I agree with you that as long as theocracies are bad, and that it would be better if it were not that. But again, that's not responsive to what I said. And why would anybody believe in Trump as a person at all, given the public record now of horrific acts he committed against, 13 to 15-year-old girls? It's in the files as clear as day. Why anybody would want to support such a complete fucking scumbag is beyond me. And you have to be deluded to think that he's not guilty after looking at the FBI files on including the testimony of this very credible witness that the FBI called. You'd have to be deluded to think he didn't do that shit. All right, High Point trying to defend against a last-second shot by Wisconsin. They block it and get fouled. Wow, it looks like High Point's going to win this one. Wisconsin tried to put a shot up there at the end. High Point blocked it, got the rebound, and got fouled. And now they're going to shoot free throws. There's 1.6 seconds left, which is conceivably enough time for Wisconsin to heave a three up, even if both free throws are made. But it's unlikely. Okay, you wasps. What do you want? I'm not going inside to watch you eat, for fuck's sake. All right, these wasps have got a lot of gall. I've already knocked down their little nest building attempt over here twice. And here he is again, making his little waspitorium. Well, guess what, Mr. Wasp? How about no? I didn't get him, but I did scare him away. Freaking wasps. Get out of here, wasps. I don't need you around my front door. You have the same brain? I remember this one episode of Naked and Afraid. This lady, the guy was like, "This is a good place for us to sleep tonight." But he like scattered it out. He started firing like, "Oh shit, look, right here next to where we're sleeping, there's all these webs, and I'm pretty sure they're black widow webs. We should burn all this out, And the lady's like, no, I'm not going to destroy a microbiome. Then, like, they actually slept. He's like, okay, I guess. They actually slept next to it that night. And then, like, the next morning, she saw, like, how many black widows there were. They were, like, all over the place. And she changed her mind. She's like, okay, let's burn it after all. That's the kind of lady who would say, don't bother the wasp building the nest right by your front door. They're people too. What the fuck? Wasps, you are not allowed to build your nest here. Here's a wasp coming again. Right there. Well, sometimes in life, you get a little bit of wasps. You come this way, I'm going to hit you with the broom, motherfucker. I vote for number one. Oh, don't worry about it, Winston's mom. I got it. I'm not going to tolerate no wasps. I'm going to use the old-fashioned method. High point one. High point one, 83-82. You must have missed both those free throws. Wow, good job, High Point. I think that's the first upset of the tournament. But guess what the score is at halftime in the Siena-Duke game? 43-32 Siena. Well, that seems very peaceable, Reuben R., but I see their trespass upon my walk around space as aggression and respond accordingly. So I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, wasps, you want to negotiate with me about where you should be? No. I'm not going to negotiate with this troll. You think I should have a multifaceted approach? Well, I do. The other thing I use to get the wasps is my blowtorch. Sound like an ice agent. Maybe I do sound like that, but I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about wasps. Okay? And I'm not going to put up with their waspy ways around my house. I mean, they can be like out in the trees, is fine. They are not allowed to come underneath my walkway. They want to be there because it's like protected from the rain, you know? Oh, perfect. This walkway is exactly what we need. I can make my little nest here, and all of our wasps can hang out here and be so safe and happy. The fuck, wasps? No. Hey, Rachel is very much not like that crazy naked and afraid lady who wanted to sleep next to the Black Widows rather than killing them. Rachel is just, if I were being like, it's fine, they're not gonna bother us if they were somewhere, and she would not be down with that at all. Although I will say I've noticed Rachel doesn't eat very much meat. And she used to be vegan. But I tell you what she does eat. Wasps. She loves the taste of wasps. She says they're tangy. When the wasp stings my tongue, it's so tangy. All right, let's see what the next game that we're going to see is. Well, on this particular channel, apparently the next game is Hawaii, Arkansas. But we'll definitely watch the second half of the Duke Siena game. If Siena's going to win that, then that'd be amazing. That would be the most shocking upset of all time, because not only would a number one seed be knocked off, which has happened before, but I think it's only happened once. But it would be Duke. That would be crazy. Thanks, Jay Martinez. I like my cat too. In Mississippi, people hang plastic baggies filled with water and then say it discourages flies. It does not. The fake paper wasp nest and urban legend also. It does seem to me that it seems unlikely that the fake wasp nest would work, because I've seen wasp nests relatively close to one another before, right? Here's another wasp right there. I don't know what it thinks it's doing. Is that a spot where you guys are trying to build a nest too? No. I don't see any. Is this one? No. You can spot them once they start to be a little bit big. Like, when they first start landing, they first start building. Like, here's one right here. Here's one right here. Look at that. There it is. Wasp nest in progress. Well, you know what? Wasp nest in progress? Not anymore, motherfucker. Not anymore. Not on my watch, motherfucker. Oh, he's in the broom. I got you. Where are you? I think I got you. I don't want you to suffer, even though you're a wasp. I want to kill you cleanly if I'm going to kill you, you know? Okay, I think I got it. I don't hear any buzzing thing. I think it's dead. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. No, oh, it is moving a little bit. Okay. There. Now it's dead. Psychedelics. Let's do them. Can't do mushrooms right now because I just did them on Tuesday, so they don't really work for trying to do them again right now. But I say DMT. Let's go. I'm down. Let's rock and roll. So that was a really great game. It's like that's good fortune because that's the second game I watched. I started with a game, I forget which one it was. It was close when I started it, but then the higher seed, the lower seed, no, the higher seed, they pulled away, you know? So then I switched over to this high point game. So the second game of all the games I tried to watch was absolutely fantastic. That's a great like sign for things. Okay. See if this Duke Sienna game is back on yet. Still halftime? Probably still halftime. Yeah, it's still halftime. I think. Those look like the insectoids that harvested my liver and extracted reproductive fluid for human hybrid optimization. Oh. Well, seems like it's probably then a challenge for you to, process things that go through the liver. Maybe they didn't harvest all of it. They must not have. My cat was abducted by a nomadic tribe of Nordic extraterrestrials. His freedom came at a steep cost. I was able to make a deal, but unfortunately gave up my best magical beans in a McDouble. Thanks for informing us. Are we ripping bowls today? Well, I'm sure we are. Kind of standard operating procedure. Okay, let's put on the McNeese State Vanderbilt game. Turn it down the volume a bit. Vanderbilt is taking the lead. McNeese State was up for a long time in this game, but it's now 35-33 Vanderbilt, the 5 seed. But, oh! McNeese State misses a couple of shots there. So, yes, the Siena Duke game is still at halftime, but we will, why do they say ripping instead of smoking? Because you're pulling the bong rip through, right? Pulling bong rips or ripping bong rips means you're pulling or ripping the weed in the bowl into the water, but really burning up and the ash is going into the water. So it makes sense with drop bowls. It doesn't really make sense without drop bowls. Because it's possible to have a bong where it's got a screen in the bottom of it or something. I guess it would still technically be a drop ball, it just would have a screen. What's going on in here? Well, gee, what's going on here is that I'm watching March Madness. 42 computer, my friends always say snapping it. Well, they must be younger than me. I think I've heard the term before, actually. People saying, you want to snap a rip? You want to snap a binger? I knew a guy who used to call them bingers instead of bong rips. Snaps are like little baby bowls? Okay. Fair enough. Well, let me pull a bong rip then. Let me snap a bong rip. Let me snap a bong pull. Let me rip the bong. Let me pull a binger. Let me smoke some marijuana in my bong. All of those things and more. Here we go. Trouble equals God. Trouble does not equal God. Trouble equals butthead. I think that's the best thing to call him, really. He's like, it's the correct insult for this cat. He's a butthead. Everybody pull a bong rip and ride into the dust. Everybody roll a bong rip. That is for the best. Kitty. No basket. No basket. So Vanderbilt has a 3-point lead at halftime. Surely the Siena versus Duke game will be coming on soon. So if you're meowing, they'll have me come let you out the kitchen door. Better go outside, bro. Because I ain't having it. Well, why am I here then? You just want to watch me go into the kitchen with you? I guess we're going to watch him eat for another minute or two. Go ahead, eat your food. I know, and then I don't want to watch you eat. I just come over here and give you 2 pets and then walk away this morning. But can you really blame me, Mr. Kitty? Can you? I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, with very good kitty ways. And Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. Look at all that hair. Ridiculous, I tell you. You're my kitty ridiculous. Yes, you're a good boy. I'm getting so much hair off of you. Yeah, this cat's a butthead. That's the best insult for this cat. You could also, I think that just is the right one. He's we love him and everything, but he is a butthead. Like this morning, before I started watching the basketball, I went back to bed at 8 a.m. and I slept from, I got up 11:30 or something. Anyway, when I got up, he was blocking the doorway to the bedroom so that Capio, who was on the bed, could not get out. And she was waiting for me to get up to let her get out of the room because she couldn't get past trouble. That is pure butthead move, right? That is him just being an absolute dick. And it makes me so mad. And then, like, he wants me to come watch me right away. Like, fuck you, dude. Look what you do. Look how you act all the time. When I went outside, the cat's out this door earlier. Capilla, well, as you know, Capilla wanted to go out, so I let her out, close the door. Now all of a sudden, Trouble wants to go out, and when he gets out there, he wants to like stalk her. Like, bro, you need to stop being a sociopath. But does he care what I think about it? Not really. At least the truth about the two cats, though, is Trouble understands a lot of complicated things, whereas Capillo is just a regular cat. Trouble is he's very much like you can actually talk to him and he understands your words. That's how smart this cat is, you know. I wish he wouldn't use his gifts for evil, but I don't even know what to do about it. I just don't even know what to do with it. Where is this being played? Washington? That it looks kind of like that place in Washington State where, but I'm not sure where they're playing. Where is the Sienna Duke game being played? I could Google that, but so could your mom. All right, I gotta go pee. Oops. There we go. I will set you up to look at this cat while I go pee. Because I know how much people like to look at cats. Hi, Capio. What a sweetie. Yes. Sweet urination. So yes, and so true. So freeing and fine. How about you? Okay. You and me and my pee makes three. Now that I'm done making urine. Okay, the game's back on. Sienna versus Duke. Sienna, insanely, is up by 13 points at the start of the second half here. Oh, I thought he was going to make it 15 right there. This is shocking. I know. I get it. Duke's almost certainly going to come back and win, but this is it. Even so, it's shocking to see Siena up by 13 points in the second half against Duke. I feel confident saying that if this were to be, if they were to pull this off somehow, oh, now it's back to a 13, no, back to an 11-point game. If they were to pull this off somehow, it would be the most shocking March Madness upset of all time. There has been another one upset by a 16, but this is Duke. Nice. Siena drives the lane, puts it in, and regains the 13-point lead over Duke. Yes, I know. I put that box in the bed. I cut the top off of the box and I put it in there because it's embedded with her smell. And I wanted to make sure that trouble didn't get in there until she had it all like infused with her smell. So then maybe he wouldn't go in there, you know. Oh, good job. Duke misses the shot and Siena grabs the rebound. Up by 13, looking to extend the lead. Capillo. Capito's not a butthead, but what she is a inconvenient location cat. Like you're not supposed to go on this certain parts of the counter. She always wants to go on them. I don't like it when she sits here. She always wants to sit here. Oh, oh, good pass. Oh, oh. Oh my God. Wow. So Duke cuts the lead again to 11. Siena had a couple of opportunities down there. This is very frenetic play. Very exciting basketball. Okay, Siena, let's go. Up by 11, Siena is moving the ball around the top of the key, trying to set up their offense. Looking for an opening. Gets it into the post. Turn around. Oh no! I thought that was good, but it was an air ball. All right, here's where Duke starts to come back. This is the end of the Cinderella story, I think. I just can feel the momentum. Do I know Terrence Tao? Let's see here. Inconvenient location cat. Look cool. Let's see what's going on here. Yes, it was very lewd of me. Uh, do I know Terrence Tao? I do not know Terrence Tao. Who's Terrence Tao? Okay, so Duke is line here to cut the lead to 10, and they do. And the next free throw will cut it to 9. You can smell it coming right now. There goes Siena's lead, and Duke is going to, within a minute or two here, be up by a couple points. I can almost guarantee it. You can just feel these things, you know? You can feel them when they're happening. Oh, kitty, softness friend. What a wonderful kitty softness friend you are. You're made out of meows and softness. Three-pointer. Oh, no good. Oh, he almost got the bounce and the roll. And it's like, if that had fallen, that's exactly what Siena needs. They need to get the bounce and the roll. All right, so what other games have we got going on besides this one to pay attention to? Because obviously On the first Thursday and Friday of March Madness, you've got a ton of games to choose from. Okay. Now we mute this. Yeah. And we will go to this game's at halftime, McNeese State Vanderbilt. So let me try. Oh, this should be Arkansas Hawaii coming on right here. Um, but it's not on yet. Nebraska crushed Troy, so the 4 seed Nebraska team moves on. My brackets this year, I mostly seem to have, they're pretty chalky. I don't really have any crazy brackets. Usually I've got a couple of crazy brackets, and my brackets tend to be too upset heavy. But we'll see how it plays out this year. Okay, now let's do this like so. There we go. And let's do this like so. Cats have highest protein content when eaten. It's not good for you to eat cats. You'd be better served eating dogs if you wanted to eat animals that you shouldn't eat. Cover what sometime? Let's see what I'm missing here. I've missed quite a bit. Let me go up and see. Terence Chi-Shen Tao is an Australian and American mathematician. He's a Fields medalist and professor of mathematics at the University of California, Los Angeles, where he holds James and Carol Collins Chair in the College of Letters and Sciences. Huh. He has a 230 IQ. Okay, well, I've already explained that many times that that doesn't mean anything. And obviously, it doesn't mean anything because nobody can warrant any claim with that. For example, it's never the case that he's right because his IQ is so high. One can only be right because one's making the right arguments. Okay. I know it may be like blah, but man, what if one day a week or a month or something she just got all the scritches she ever wished for in her wildest dreams? I mean, there are many occasions where I give her extended pet sessions. Not so much on stream, maybe, but often like I have now, right? And and give her exactly what she wants for a long time. But you know what? She just that just makes her want even more of it. Oh, beautiful. What a special lady. You're charming the pants off of me. Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, yes. I stole the kiss. I did. You want me to just give you pets exactly the way you want, but you don't even ever want to give me head push. There goes Duke's 3-pointer. Now it's a 6-point game. I told you. No can edit now on the YouTubes. What does that mean? Daddy does know, and Daddy loves. Oh, sweet kitty. What a special girl. You remind me of a box of wonderment wrapped in a packaging of specialness, topped with a bow of delight. Oh, yes. Give me the head push. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the sort of head push. I really appreciate it. Have I ever been to the Mayo Clinic or a RUP? No, I've never been to the Mayo Clinic. I don't even know what the other one is. No, I know. She when she feels like it, she'll get down. Like we may be loving just fine, but as soon as she sees something interesting, she'll get down immediately. She's not caring about what I want at all. Oh yes, you don't care. Thank you, darling. Oh, what a wonderful head push. I appreciate it. You're a very good kitty. Okay, that's enough. It's time for you to get down. She didn't interrupt me. No, she didn't interrupt me. She looked like she wanted to, but held back. She is a very good kitty. I think if you're talking about when she was over there and I was going to the bathroom, I think that would be better described as. Or you mean when she's sitting right here? She did. Oh, oh yeah. I mean, she did. If you meant like with her paw, she like was gonna tap me, but then she didn't. But she does do that. She does that. If I'm not petting her, like, of course she's not going to right now. She's gonna clean herself instead. You know, Shapiro and I obviously have a special relationship because she was literally born right next to me in bed. I could not have known this cat for any longer. To know her any longer, I'd have had to go inside of her mother's womb. Hi, Alex Holdfast. Oh, thank you, sweetie. What a good girl. Mm-hmm. Daddy loves you too. It's a good way to own a cat, from the moment they're born. That's a good way to have a cat because you can account for like every minute of their life. You know exactly what happened. I mean, obviously, the minutes you were paying attention to the cat, but what I'm saying is you don't have to think about, I wonder how it was for this cat before I got this cat. Like with Trouble, I have no idea what his sordid history is. Even Trouble, secretly, I think Trouble wants to know that you watching him eat every single time isn't on the table. He does know that, and I also know that I need to give in a couple times a day and give him a nice, decent length watch. I feel better about the whole thing when I comb him because then I'm getting something out of it too. You might say, "What are you getting out of combing him?" I'm getting out of not having to clean up that cat hair later. But sometimes he's more fussy about the combing than others. North Dakota versus Michigan State. Well, let's put on McNeese Vanderbilt because that is resuming right now or has resumed. I'm not exactly sure. Uh, and then we'll split this tab. We'll get rid of the Siena Duke game once Duke takes a decent sized lead because it's pretty obvious now. Even though Siena's got a 4 point lead, it is pretty obvious now that Duke is going to win this game. Siena has 0 points in the last 339, and Duke has scored a bunch. They were up by 13, seems like a second ago, and now they're up by 4. So, Siena, show us your leadership skills. Oh, missed the shot. Duke gets the rebound, runs the floor, 2 points. Slam dunk. McNeese State fails to make the shot. Vanderbilt gets the rebound. Meow, 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 meow. If you like my meow, meow, everything is beautiful. Yes, you're a very photogenic kitty. That's why you are in such high demand in the kitty modeling industry. Okay, Siena pushes the lead back to 5, up 50 to 45 now. But Vanderbilt is pulling away from McNeese as they open up a 7 point lead now. Duke gets the rebound, puts it back up. It's in. Now it's 47 to 50. Siena with a 3 point lead. Almost turns the ball over, but doesn't. Gets the ball into the front court. Starts to set up their half court offense. McNeese gets the ball in, tries to kick it out to the 3 point shot and throws it away. Back in the Siena game, Siena having multiple chances at scoring down there and missing like 3 or 4 layups in a row. They kept grabbing the rebound though, and I think it's either jump ball that stays with Siena or the guy eventually got fouled. We shall see though. Okay, so 50 to 47, Siena. Duke does have the ball. I guess Siena fouled them. And now Siena grabs the rebound. They stop Duke. It's still got a 3 point lead. 12:57 left in the second half. Meanwhile, Vanderbilt pulling away from McNeese. Siena 3 pointer. Good. All right. 6 point lead now for Siena. This Duke comeback is not finalized yet. So I'm gonna close the McNeese game. Keep up the Duke Siena game. Duke with another score. Now it's a 4 point game, and there's a timeout on the floor. Bow, 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 bow. We'll continue watching this game until it gets not good anymore. And then we'll switch over to the other game. I hate myself when I think of you. Something that's beautiful and true. Then ugly and a lie. I don't even wonder why when I think of myself. Does anybody know what song that is? Like, who made that song? Hi, Rachel. How's my precious angel doing? How many cats call your home home? Who you talking to? G? You've been streaming a lot recently, says Alex Holdfast. I have been streaming a lot. It goes like something like, I hate myself when I think of you. Something is beautiful and true. In the world that's ugly and a lie. Something I never want to try when I think of myself. Burning in. Well, the first game I watched, technically the second, I started with a different game for a little while, but then I switched right over to High Point versus Wisconsin. It was a spectacular game, and High Point won a 12 seed, knocking out the 5 seed, and it was back and forth. It was a great game. So we will see what the rest of the March Madness Day has in store. No, that's not it. That's not it. Let me try Googling this. In a world that's ugly and alive. I think that's one of the lyrics. Matthew Sweet, Sick of Myself, from 1995. Well, there you go. It's from Matthew Sweet. I didn't say I hate myself. I sick of myself when I think of you. That's what he says. Sick of myself. I always sing it, I hate myself when I think of you. Well, because I guess I'm telling my own story with that song. Siena up by 4, has the ball, looking to extend the lead. 12 minutes left in the second half. Working through their half court offense. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They take the shot. It's an air ball. Duke grabs the rebound and is likely to cut the score to 2 or 1 in a moment here. And, I think we all know what's happening here. We all know that Duke's going to complete the comeback, win this game. But High Point just forces the turnover, brings the ball back up court, and looks to extend their lead again. So good defense by, not High Point, Siena. Good defense by Siena against the mighty Duke Blue Devils. But if you look at the shooting for the half, Siena's just 3 for 16 this half. Oh, they failed to get the ball in down low with the lob pass / alley oop kind of pass. Long 3 for Duke, buries it. It is a 1-point game. Siena is going to lose. The Cinderella dream here of the 16 seed Siena knocking off Duke is all but over. However, Siena does still cling to a 1-point lead with 11 minutes left here in the second half. What will happen? Nobody knows. Yiggity yo, yiggity yo. I will put the link to this song I'm talking about in the chat. I don't know where I remember it from. I don't know where I heard it or what have you, but I've sung it for many years. I don't think I've heard it in many years, but I've sung it for many years. In other news, 13th seed Hawaii at the very start of this game against this 4 seed Arkansas is already down 9-0. Siena, attempts the 3 and bricks it, but they still have a 3-point lead. Duke bringing the ball up court and almost turn the ball over, but don't. Siena trying to play good defense, having trouble with the bigger Duke team, bigger, more athletic Duke team, but forces a turnover, and now they're bringing the ball across the half court line with a 3-point lead. 10 minutes left in the second half, and for Siena, the dream is not done yet. Yes, it's looked as though Duke was about to open up on them, put this away, but hasn't happened yet, and they just hit a 3-point shot. 3-point shot, Siena, 58-52 in favor of I have no idea what their mascot is. But the dream is not dead yet, everybody. The dream is not dead yet. Siena up by 6 over Duke. 9.5 minutes left. Duke attempts a 3-point shot, breaks it. Siena grabs the rebound. The guard saying, slow down, everybody. He needs to get across the half-court line here pretty quick, and does. Now, they are moving the ball around. Attempts another 3-point shot. That's a brick. I mean, that's an air ball. It's not a brick even. Oh, that's a foul. They fouled Duke, who gets the rebound and moves the ball quickly down court. So Duke will go to the line here to shoot 2. construct me and consume me. I'm all used up, I'm out of luck. I am starstruck, but something in your eyes that is keeping my hope alive. Something that's beautiful and true in a world that's ugly and a lie. To even want to try, but I think to think, baby, you don't know. Did anybody else ever heard that song before? Oh no! Duke grabs the rebound. Sienna up by 5 points. I missed a shot in there somewhere listening to that song. And Duke has the ball, down by 5. 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Attempts a 3-point shot. It's off the rim. Duke grabs the rebound, kicks it back out. Duke's resetting their half-court offense, moving the ball around the outside, driving the lane, kicking back out, shooting up the 3, and it's good. That's a brutal 3 for Sienna to have given up there. This guy's hair is absolutely horrible. As Sienna brings the ball up court, everybody in the stadium is wondering what made that Duke player get that haircut. Nobody's sure. Everybody's wondering. Now Sienna moving the ball around top of the key, clinging to a 2-point lead, attempts a 3-point shot, buries it. Oh my God! Sienna back up by 5 with that made 3. Duke has brought the ball across half court. 7:42 left in the second half. The guard number 2 with the bad hair, driving the lane. Nice move, but misses the layup. Sienna grabs the rebound. 7.5 minutes left. 5-point lead for Sienna. Number 1, Duke, flirting with the upset here. Up, but they force the turnover, and that's going to be 2 for Duke. Now we are back to a 3-point game. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Sienna brings the ball across the half-court line. Come on. In other news, by the way, Michigan State beating North Dakota State by 6 points early in the first half. Sienna now brings the ball into the post. Oh, terrible. But it works out somehow. That was a terrible pass that somehow floated into the hands of the Sienna player. 3-pointer by Sienna, no good. I could see as it left his hand, it was short, and in fact, it did clink off the front of the rim. Duke grabs the rebound, trailing by 3. The guard is saying, let's slow it down a little bit. We're not in any hurry. There's 6 minutes left in this game. Plenty of game for Duke to still win by double digits, But Duke misses the 3-pointer, but grabs the rebound. Sienna's really getting killed on the boards here today. Another rebound off a long shot by Duke, and another rebound, and then they score. Now it's a 1-point game. Sienna will not have any chance of winning this game if they're going to give up all of those rebounds. And I don't think they can stop the much bigger, more athletic Duke team from grabbing those rebounds. So Sienna now is going to have to rely on getting red hot with the shot, or they're going to lose this game. Oh, turnover. No, not quite yet, turnover. 3-pointer by Sienna. No good. Duke grabs a rebound and gets fouled. Sienna, you cannot win this game without rebounding. You're going to lose for sure. And I don't want you to lose. I want you to somehow shock Duke, No one ever heard that song before, huh? Well, it's a good song, I'd say. I wonder why I know it if nobody else has heard it. Have you heard that song? Jump up, and jump around. Jump, 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 jump around. Bowling for Soup tunes. So it also shows a video of this band Bowling for Soup playing that song. But I think it's Matthew Sweet that made it. In 1995, Matthew Sweet's song was big enough that he played it on the CBS Late Show. They have a video of him playing it live in 1995. So it wasn't like super obscure or anything. And that's one to grow on. '95. How old was I in '95? Well, I was 18 in '89, 19 in '90, 20 in '91, 22 in '92, 23 in '93, 24 in '94, 25. I was 25 years old. I was either 24 or 25 because I was born in '71, so it depends on what time of the year it would be. Like right now, I guess if it came out right now in 1995, I would be 24. I would put the chances of Siena pulling off this upset at this point at 1%, even though they still have a 1 point lead. That's how obvious it seems to me that Duke's going to win. The Siena College basketball mascot is Bernie, a costume St. Bernard representing the Siena Saints. Okay, so they're the Saints. Gonna pop in a meeting. I'll be Johann Sebastian. Okay, don't just pop in the meeting, pop off in the meeting. What you popping off about? I'm popping off about meetings. So they're showing right now highlights of the only time a 1 seed has ever lost to a 16 seed when Purdue lost to FDU. All right, 61-60. Siena still clinging to a 1 point lead here, and there are 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in this basketball game. Duke currently has possession of the ball and a chance to take the lead. So keep that in mind. Here they come, bringing the ball up the court. They're saying, how you like me now, Siena? We're about to take the lead for the first time maybe in the whole game. It seems like Siena's been ahead the whole game. I didn't watch the beginning of it, but I saw the score in the upper right and was watching the score. I never saw Duke in the lead yet. That's going to be double backcourt. No? I guess the Siena player must have touched it. I thought that the Duke player tipped it to his teammate, but it went across the half court line. But I guess I was wrong. They call a foul on Siena, and Duke's going to the free throw line. God damn it. Come on, guys. I want you to pull off the miracle. Not pull off the bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. What's that Price is Right song? I can't quite get the melody right. Na 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 na. There. Na 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 na. Got kind of a wah 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 meaning to it. So we've got, seems like 4 games on right now. Michigan State, I think, is up by, looks like 9 on North Dakota State. Arkansas is absolutely destroying Hawaii, 24-7. Not that late in the first half. Vanderbilt looks like they're up by 5 points. We'll put that on in the other tab here. And now we'll go back to the Siena game.
Like there now an opportunity to get 3. You think about Tyler Tanner, his only power conference offer out of high school was the state level.
Okay, so now we go to this one. Siena, in this game against Duke, is now tied. 61-61. Duke made one of the 2 free throws. And Siena is looking like they are flummoxed. They don't know what to do because they're having trouble with the Duke off defense. And in fact, just turn the ball over. Duke ball. bring it up the court again with a chance to take the lead. They now have tied it, so let's see what happens here. This guy's hair is so terrible. I cannot understand who would get that haircut. Oh, Duke's up by 2 now. The dream is dead, Sienna. I'm sorry. You guys did a great job, but the dream is dead. You have 0 chance. This is Duke's first lead since 15:31 in the first half. It's like less than 5 minutes into the game. Okay, well, it's not inconceivable that Sienna could make a shot here and at least tie it up, but that's not what happened. That was an air ball, as the Duke defense is just overwhelming, is absolutely overwhelming Sienna in the half-court game. So, unfortunately, for all of those of you hoping for a Sienna upset, it does not appear like it's going to happen. We could all take solace in the fact that at least High Point beat Wisconsin. All right, now let's put on this Vanderbilt McNeese game for a bit. And we'll go outside and have a cigarette. And then when we come back, we'll see if, in fact, Sienna made any progress. You're not coming back up here, yeah. Just forget about it. All right, let's grab a cigarillo. Coffee. Right here. Hi, beautiful darling.
Hi, handsome love. There you are.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm gonna go outside with you.
Okay. Oh my God. So I'm trying to go outside, and Kapia wants to go outside, but then I open the door and trouble's right there, and so she runs up and stands up there. That's what I mean by he's a butthead.
Yeah, he is a butthead.
They're back again, huh? Those motherfuckers.
Oh, turkeys?
No, the wasps.
Oh, they're waspitorium sitting up?
Yep, I knocked one down earlier, and I see more of them right there, right now. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
get it. Watch out, there's one right there. In front. All right.
Am I safe?
Yeah, for the moment. I'm just gonna shoo this wasp away.
I think Capio's a gold medalist. Oh!
No wasps. You cannot build your waspitoriums here.
Okay, there's another one.
Yeah, well, they do fly around in here. I knocked down one over there earlier.
Good for you.
Thanks. Go
Wait till
away.
it stops.
I'm not trying actually to
Oh,
kill it per se.
we're just trying to get it away.
Wait, Sienna retook the lead? No, they're showing highlights from earlier. Never mind. So, they'll give up as I continue to bother them. They're not going to persist forever in their evil ways. Of course, they're just trying to find a good place to build a waspatoria.
Yeah, I know.
But this is a great place to build waspatoria because it's protected from the rain. They don't want their wasp nests to get wet.
Oh.
But you know what? Wasps, TFB.
Yeah, this is not your home.
I'm sorry, but TFB. Do you remember that episode of Naked and Afraid where that lady didn't want to kill the black widows that were right next to where they were sleeping? I think it was like Jeff's first appearance in Naked and Afraid. And Jeff, being like super iffy, is like, oh yeah, he's like, but there's this bunch of black widows right here. It's like, I am not going to destroy a microbiome. And like the next day, she like almost got a black widow on her or something. She's like, all right, let's go. Oh, McNeese State trying to make the comeback here. They were up early in the first half. McNeese State was. Vanderbilt came back, take the lead, and now McNeese State again. Oh, they called that goaltending. Can't tend goal in basketball. The paper bag method. Have you tried starting a series of small isolated fires in the house? No, I haven't tried that, and also I'm not going to. I do sometimes use the torch to get things. Oh, McNeese State forces the turnover. They're running back up the court, down by 4, driving to the hoop, kicking it out. No, driving the rebound, kicking it out. 3-pointer, no good. McNeese State grabbing the rebound again. Wow, they are monstering the boards at the moment. Now they've reset their offense, and they're looking with 9 seconds left on the shot clock to do something here. Is he aware of the shot clock? He's going to have to put it up. He does. It's a 3-pointer that is no good again. This time, Vanderbilt grabs the rebound.
Exciting.
Good stuff, huh? It's like, yeah, the High Point game was fantastic. The play was so frenetic. No, the High Point versus Wisconsin game that I watched earlier. That one went down to the last second. Wisconsin had an opportunity to win it with a last second shot, but they didn't make it, and High Point won, which was what I wanted. High Point's the 12th seed. I probably didn't
I don't think I have High Point.
I don't think I have my brackets either, but it's like my brackets are super chalky this year. I never make brackets this chalky before. Dear God. That one packing enough neurotoxic venom to take down a Who-Man. What, a wasp? Wasps aren't that bad. Wasp venom won't cause me to die. But, you know what will also not cause me to die? Not having wasps here. Shoot that. McNeese State shoots it, but it is off the front rim. They grab the rebound again, though, and McNeese State has reset their offense. Oh, and it's stolen away by Vanderbilt. They run the floor down the court and score. Now, it's a 6-point lead for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt makes me think of Gloria Vanderbilt.
Jeans and clothing company.
Yeah.
There's the Vanderbilts had a mansion in Long Island, and they made it into a museum / planetarium. Yeah.
McNeese State gets 2 points more because lead to 4. There's a wasp right there that I will shoo away. Oh, he went away on his own. I don't see any beginnings of wasp nest there, but obviously the wasp scouts are out in force looking for places for nests. Oh, black widows. Yeah, black widows are dangerous. Wasps aren't venomous. Well, they do have a sting. They have a painful sting. It's worse than a bee sting. One time I stepped on a wasp when I lived in Temple City. I was walking across the lawn barefoot. I stepped on one and it stung the bottom of my foot. It hurt so much. I was like, ow, 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 ow. That's what I was like. Get away. Go on. Go on, wasp. Go on. Get out of here. I'm humanely shooing the wasps away rather than trying to kill them. That's what a good guy I am. I did kill that one earlier. That's kind of what made me decide to try to not kill them. It wasn't a very clean kill, and I felt kind of bad about it. Anyway, McNeese State trying to score here, just one-on-one ISO. The guy finally bodies him up and gets all the way to the hoop and back to a 4-point game. Wow. Does the excitement never stop? Duke now has a 6-point lead on Siena with 1.5 minutes left. So that game's going to finish closer than anybody thought. It would have been, obviously, Siena's covered the spread, I'm sure. All right, McNeese down by 6 again. trying to get the ball across the half court line. They do. And there's 7 minutes left in the second half for them to do this. This is a game. Like, I'm not worried about Vanderbilt pulling away and blowing out McNeese State or anything. McNeese hits a three. Now it's a 3-point game again. McNeese State definitely has a legit chance of winning this game. They look very competitive against Vanderbilt. They look like the better rebounding team. They're at least as big, if not bigger. They look a little bigger, really. And Vandy hits a 3, so that's back to a 6-point game. Those Vanderbiltians. Super white, blue eye, I'm guessing he may pass. Vanderbilt? I have no idea what they look like. McNeese heaves up a 3. It's off the mark. And somebody's fouled on the rebound. Yeah, that's going to be on Vanderbilt. So McNeese will retain possession after this commercial break. At some point, obviously, I could check my bracket, see how we're doing. Am I mad? No, I'm watching basketball. I'm watching the McNeese State versus Vanderbilt game. McNeese State's the 12 seed, Vandy's the 5 seed. McNeese State is currently trailing by either 4 or 6 points. Earlier, I watched High Point knock off the 5 seed Wisconsin, so there's already been one 12-5 upset. This could be the second. People historically like to pick the 12-5 upset, but I don't think I picked it very much this year. I have very chalky brackets. I think in general, I feel like, with the chalky brackets early on in the tournament, because I'm always rooting for the underdogs anyway, and I'm like, why didn't I pick that upset? Why didn't I pick this upset? But as the tournament progresses longer, I'll be more pleased with the fact that I had chalkier brackets because more of my brackets will still be alive later on. So we did complete all 25 of the possible brackets to make on ESPN, which makes us eligible for fabulous prizes. Not sure how you win those prizes, but I do know that there are some prizes that are being given away by ESPN. $125,000 worth of prizes. It'd be nice to win a prize. Anybody here ever won a prize? My mom won a prize one time. There was a recipe contest in the Star News, Pasadena's newspaper. I don't know if it still exists or not, but she submitted what she called like tomato pie, which is basically like a pizza, but instead of pizza crust, it had pie crust. It wasn't a pizza, like it didn't have tomato sauce. It just had a lot of slices of tomato and some other things that you might conceivably have on a pizza, I guess. Anyway, it won. I don't know if she won or got second place, but maybe she got second place. She got a prize, and I believe the prize was a microwave. You won a bicycle during a summer movie event. I won a cocktail recipe book from Playboy magazine. All right. Did you make the cocktails that were in the book? All the recipes ended with, have a naked lady serve it to you. Oh, Playboy magazine. So with 10 seconds left, Siena actually cut the lead to 4 against Duke. But Duke's definitely going to win that game, obviously. With 4 seconds left, they're not going to. Siena can't possibly score 4 points. And it's not entirely logically impossible, but it's basically impossible. McNeese State putting on the full court press. Vandy does break the press and is into their half court offense. Having some trouble with McNeese's defense, but they do get a shot off before the shot clock expires, and they make it right as the shot clock expires to extend the lead to 5 points. Do you reflexively hate Duke like most Gen X people I know? I always root against them. I mean, but I could conceivably think of a team maybe that I would root in favor of them against. Like, Well, I root for them against Florida. I hate Florida. I just cannot stand the Florida Gators. Whereas, so if Florida were a 7 seed, I'd still hate them. Miami, I'd hate them as a 1 seed, but as a 7 seed, they're kind of like, okay, Miami's kind of plucky, you know. They've got some kind of bad boy reputation stuff that I'm not really into at all, but for some reason, I don't hate Miami as much as I hate Florida. Oh. Florida State I feel mad about because, they're not really a true blue chip program. Neither Miami nor Florida State are true blue chip programs, whereas Florida is. And I think part of the reason why I hate Florida is because I can and should hate them not only in football, but also in basketball, because they're good at both of those usually. Florida's not been that great at football lately, but get out of here. Yeah. Don't make me hit you. I will. Good. Shoot.
Good job.
Thanks. I'm Captain Shuawasp. That's actually my Indian name.
Oh.
Broomwave Shuawasp. I feel like Miami and Florida State are blue chip football programs. Yeah, but not basketball too. And they're more intermittent. Like Florida to me seems like year in, year out, they're gonna have a good chance of having a top-notch football program and basketball program. I also don't like Texas. I don't like Texas. I really disliked Texas from the time that they beat us in the Rose Bowl with Vince Young. I think reptile humans exist? No, I don't think so. That's one of those ridiculous kind of conspiracy theories. There's reasonable ones and then there's ridiculous ones. That qualifies as ridiculous. You mean you put the magazine in Steve's name? For some reason, Texas A&M rubs you the wrong way, but I like their school colors. Yeah, I think it was the greatest Rose Bowl of all time and one of the greatest college football postseason games of all time. And I still think about how we should have won that game. But the thing is, Vince Young, we could not stop him. He shredded us with his legs all the time. The whole game. We could not deal with that guy. It was so frustrating. Am I going to watch the World Cup this summer? For sure. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. The World Cup is this summer?
Yeah, I love the World Cup.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting to me it's coming on.
We watched it one year, didn't we?
Yeah, we watched the women's 2 years ago. And
Okay.
I think we probably watched the men's 2 years before that.
I thought so.
Because they've got it like the Olympics now where they have it Women count, if you think of the women as the Winter Olympics and the men as Summer Olympics, they got them alternating every 2 years. Did you root against them in the pros? No. Do I root for Trojans after they go pro? Yes. Because I don't really care that much about any particular pro team. Like, I'm super rooting for Chicago, actually, now because of Caleb Williams.
Yeah, same. And they did stuff with Caleb Williams. It was impressive.
Yeah, he had a great sophomore season, and the Bears did well this past year.
They did.
And I think you can give a lot of credit to them doing well to Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, yeah, I agree.
Of course, his last year at USC, the team that we had around him was shameful. He still played his heart out, tried to win every game by himself because we had like no defense at all. That was the year that we had that friend of Lincoln Riley's be the defensive coordinator.
Oh.
And he was like the worst defensive coordinator in history. Get out of here.
It's getting to be battleground.
Yeah, I know. Come on, shoot. Don't want you here. Those wasps. You have a definitive playlist of your guide to the functions? Yeah, you can find something like that in the Defensible Typology playlist. I don't know if I've got a definitive playlist of things because I'm not good at archival stuff, organizing and stuff like that. But I have like a fairly recent video that's called something like quick overview of all the basics about cognitive functions. Is like 11 minutes long or something. That I do a good job of covering all the fundamentals of the mechanics in one video. I generally hate all Boston teams. Me too. Well, for me, especially the Celtics, because I grew up a Lakers fan, but I don't really care about NBA very much. I don't like the Red Sox. I don't care about the Boston Bruins. McNeese State once still dominating the boards, but trailing by 8 points because they can't seem to make a shot. All right, let's get back inside. Drake May is great, but I pray on his downfall. I certainly didn't want the Patriots to win. And when the Patriots were winning all the time, I definitely hated the Patriots.
It was hard not to.
Oh, you know what team I hate? The Atlanta Braves.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I hate the Atlanta Braves so much. And also the Houston Astros because they're a bunch of cheaters. Get out of here, Houston Astros. I'm not having it, okay? I don't like Houston Astros at all.
Weren't they found cheating?
Yeah, they're big cheaters. Why do I hate the Braves? Well, because, I grew up a Dodgers fan. When I was in college, I was a Giants fan. And the year before baseball introduced the wild card, the Giants had this amazing season, won 106 games, I think it was. And they did not make the playoffs because they lost to the Dodgers on the last game of the season. And who went instead? The Atlanta Braves. And I had, just finished being a Dodger fan, watching the Braves beat the Dodgers all the time too, So, am I having it with the Atlanta Braves? No, I am not. They can go, just go and have some Atlanta orange juice. I don't know. I can't think of anything that's like this is associated with Atlanta. Oh yeah, peach, right? Georgia peaches. Peach is what I should have gone with, not oranges.
What aura mist should I was thinking about maybe putting up a poll, even though it's so opposite of what we're watching.
I could put it up though. Let's see. Yeah, you hate the Astros too. Yeah, peaches and Coca-Cola is another one.
Oh,
Atlanta. Yeah,
Coca-Cola. Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
yeah.
Wait, no, isn't Atlanta
Yeah,
Pepsi?
no, Atlanta's Coca-Cola.
What city is Pepsi? There's some city
I
that's
don't know.
is the Pepsi capital of the world,
Let me see.
where everybody serves Pepsi. I thought Pepsi was Atlanta. All right, so McNeese State is about to have this game get out of hand here. They're down by 8. Even though they're playing great defense and rebounding the ball well, they cannot make a shot to save their life now. Hawaii seems to have come to life a bit. They're down by 14 to Arkansas, but at least now they have 36 points.
North Carolina.
North Carolina is
Yeah.
Pepsi town.
I
huh?
never would have guessed North Carolina.
What city in North Carolina?
New Bern.
Oh, is that near Charlotte? Charlotte, North Carolina or South Carolina?
That's North Carolina.
Charlotte, yeah. That's the biggest city in North Carolina, right?
New Bern?
No, Charlotte.
Charlotte is maybe their capital?
Okay.
Or is Raleigh? Raleigh might be their capital, actually.
Hmm.
But Charlotte is a city.
Yeah, I think of it as their main city.
It's their nicest. Well, apparently it's their nicest. Well, they have the North Carolina coast, which is really pretty. So
Yeah, geez, it was terrible. It was one of the greatest seasons of baseball I've ever been a fan of and participated in. I watched or listened to every single Giants game on the radio or TV. This is before, like, I didn't have like DVR or anything like that either. So I had to make sure to like I'm sure there was a few games that I was unable to catch all of the game, but I tried to catch them all. And the Giants kept coming back from behind and having these miracle win after miracle win, and like everybody in the team was overachieving. It was an amazing season of baseball. And then it's like when we lost to the Dodgers on the last day of the season, it was so heartbreaking. And the announcers were so heartbroken. It was just like brutal.
Oh, the announcers were heartbroken too.
Yeah, when as the season came to an end, because how do the Giants have one of the best seasons they've ever had, win 106 games and not make the playoffs? Crazy.
That is crazy.
And then it'd be just the year before the wild card is introduced. How heartbreakingly terrible, right?
That's really sad.
Yeah. Oh, rejected? No. Well, McNeese State can still not make a shot if they were standing right in front of the basket with nobody around. They could not make a shot. High Point pulls off the upset of the day so far against Wisconsin, and that was a fantastic game. I loved watching that game. Duke came back and beat Siena, but that thing was actually like up in the air for quite a long time.
I was like, wow, I didn't pick Siena to be an upset. I really didn't do that many upsets to be.
Yeah, I didn't do any either. Do you put bets on games? No. I live in California. Sports betting is illegal. Nothing like a great MLB radio broadcast with a charm to it. Yeah, because for one thing, they you feel like you're developing such a relationship with the whole organization as you participate in listening to or watching all of the games, because you're alongside the announcers having this growing history of like shared events in baseball games that you can reference, like not actually together but parasocially together. And like Chris Carey for the Athletics is fantastic as a play-by-play guy, and Dallas Braden is exactly everything a color guy should be.
Yeah, he is.
They're both, and together they're fantastic. Jenny, the other lady who is the color person, the play-by-play person, she doesn't really, she's not that great, but she's not that bad either. She's fine.
She's mediocre, yeah.
She's fine. But I'd rather have Chris Carey any day. What's the longest you stayed up for? No more than 2 full nights. I've never gone a third full night, even when I was doing a lot of math. I think sports games are a distraction from the inner world of the human soul. I mean, I think sports games allow us each to see uh, the 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 highs and lows of being a human being authentically displayed by people. You know, with sports, you've got all of these players are giving absolutely everything they can possibly give to trying to win this game. It's so important to them, and the ecstasy on their face when they win is so obvious and indisputable, and the sorrow on their face when they lose equally so. And you get to see all of this stuff, all of that intensity, without there being something like a war or violence or actual danger or risk. So you get to have all of the juiciness of being human without having to experience that through unhealthy ways, right? I listened to Dallas Braden on a podcast I like. Yeah, he's got the perfect personality for a color guy. Yeah, he sure does. Imagine being a Utah Jazz fan. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine really being a fan of any NBA basketball team. NBA basketball is basically unwatchable as far as I'm concerned. Pure competition is amazing to watch. If you call it a distraction from politics, I understand but don't care. It's certainly not a distraction from the soul, right? I think they have to fake sorrow because they get paid a lot, so they are told to forget about money. I mean, why would you think that people who are competing in a sport where they're trying to be the best and they they want to win so badly, why would you think that they're not actually competing hard? Like, I mean, I've been a debate coach, right? So I understand how incredible and intense coaching and sports are, because competition flow debate is a sport. It's got it's got a zero sum determinant thing, for one team to win, another team has to lose. And it's got preliminary rounds where you can lose but still advance if you only lose like one or two, or depending on how many prelims there are. It's got out rounds where it's win or go home, and they do rounds all the way till somebody only one man is standing, or one person and one team, whatever. So I've lived it. I've lived the reality of competition. It's not just me who felt super competitive. I got paid the same regardless of whether I was super competitive. Didn't matter. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't competitive because it had financial rewards. I was competitive because I wanted to win, and more importantly, I hated to lose. The NBA has been great this year. Too many 3-pointers and fouls. That it's the fouls and the amount of time in NBA where they're actually playing basketball is a fraction of the total watch time of the thing. McNeese State banks in a three, but it's too little, too late. They're still down by 8, and there's only 20 some seconds left. I mean, college basketball to some extent has the same problem. Like, there are in college basketball as well still too many breaks in the action, too many fouls, too many timeouts, too many um, refs going over the scorer's table and having a little referee party. The replays in basketball seem to take forever for some reason. Like, look, they just showed the replay. I can see right there that it's on that guy. He knocked it out. So just say that and let's get going again. Not in basketball. Yeah, I don't only watch my team in college basketball until March Madness. Then I watch March Madness, obviously. So I just watch USC during the season. And like this year was a very disappointing year for both teams, the men's and the women's. The women's team at least made March Madness tournament, even though they did not have a very good record, and they never. It's a team that seems to know how to lose very well. Regardless, we made the tournament, and I'll certainly watch the women's team in the women's tournament. But it's not like the men's tournament. It's very difficult to pull off upsets in the women's tournament. Like USC has zero chance this year of beating South Carolina, of beating UConn, of beating UCLA. We have zero chance. We could play any of those teams 100 times and we would lose 100 times. We need Juju Watkins back. Next year, hopefully, we'll have a better team. Next year's men's team, apparently, the men's team has 3 top 25 recruits. ESPN said with the signing of this latest one, immediately launches USC into having one of the best front courts in the country. Wow, good job, Musselman. Way to recruit. It doesn't look like there's going to be any more games on for a little bit after these ones finish. There's this one which is over. Vanderbilt won. And then there's North Dakota State and Michigan State, which Michigan State is destroying them. Then there's Arkansas, Hawaii. Arkansas is destroying them. So those games are basically not worth watching. So after this game's over, which it is already, I'm going to have to wait till I think 3 something in order to have another game start. Oh, sure, it's conceivable that one of those underdogs in one of the other 2 games will mount some kind of miraculous comeback, but very unlikely. Eric Musselman, that boy class, he's coached a couple of other teams in college, and I think he had a stint in the NBA as well. Yeah, I am fairly tall, 6'5". You love playing sports, but to watch it bores you? Well, I used to play a lot of pickup basketball, and I was very competitive with that as well. Nowadays, I don't feel nearly so competitive as I used to. But, I can still get fired up into a froth if, which is similar to competitiveness. Yeah, maybe 6'4.5", At my tallest, I was 6'5". I may be a little shorter now.
I don't like the Gen Z and millennials are I don't know. There's a whole movement behind Gen Z is aging like milk because they participate in more cosmetic surgeries at a younger age. And so I just saw a post of this woman who's 40 of her hands because they look young.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, can we just quit this? Yes, it's a warning sign. Don't get procedures that make you look young at a young age. They only make you look older. But I'm not trying to show off my youth the way that I look. I don't know. I don't want to make a competition.
Right. Well, you don't have to be like them.
Okay.
And when they're doing that stuff, they're not revealing things about themselves that are positive. They're just revealing their insecurities.
That's true. Yeah, because it is a place for insecurity.
Yeah, you seem to fret a lot about stuff like this.
TikTok. the social media has made people incredibly vain.
Well, I mean, there may be plenty of people who are incredibly vain, but I don't think social media made them that way.
I don't know. I'm telling you, like, it's just becoming this like, competition. Everyone's talking about the beauty standard and how it's like crazy and how everyone looks alike because everyone gets the same plastic surgery. It's like it's just like
But
I don't
Rachel, you
know.
gotta remember, this is your feed driven by your interests. I never see videos about this stuff.
It's true.
At what age did you stop growing? I don't remember exactly. It's a psychological profile that these top athletes have. Jordan cared about winning everything, poker, golf. He even tried pro baseball. It's not just about the money. Yeah. I learned that all salmon has worms. Maybe that's why it's so gross. When on road trips, do you pee in jugs or do you wait for a rest stop? I get out of the car to pee. Ursula and I both will. I would even if I didn't have her with me.
What?
I wouldn't like pee in a bottle while I'm driving on a road trip. I just stop and pull over and pee on the side of the road. It's not worth it to me to potentially it's not a very convenient way to pee because you're not sitting flat, you're kind of your legs are a little bit up like this. And then you got to worry about whether you might spill a little bit of pee or pee a little bit out of the jar or jug or whatever it is. I do have a pee jar that actually is for right here in the living room because if I am in the middle of watching something and I don't want to go to the bathroom right this second because I'll miss like it's something exciting, then I'll just pee in the jar in the commercial, then I'll go pour it into the toilet or something. So if you own a personal pee jug, you gotta have a long penis. Well, I mean, it just needs to be long enough to go into the jar. It's hilarious that you're claiming that, gee, it's really more convenient than anything.
Are there any women in here? Because I was going to do that poll.
I don't know if there are any women or not.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
There's Shannon. It's me, Shannon.
Oh, well, I'll put it up regardless of men or women.
Okay.
I just gotta change this here and then change it back. Yeah. If you think you're shorter, do some spinal decompression stretches.
No, they have. It's popular. It's popular if you have the money to break your legs and get like holes in them to be taller.
That is so ridiculous.
I know.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I know, but it's true.
All right, let's see here.
What aura mist, or which aura mist?
Which aura mist should Rachel use?
Should I add the one that I wore already, or?
Yeah, well, I can put up to 4 choices.
Okay. All right. So we have air.
Is it just the 4 elements?
It says uplifting fruits.
Can I just put the 4 elements?
Sure. It is just the 4 elements.
I saw a guy did that surgery to get taller. It's an SI polar thing. Yeah, it sounds very SI polar or at best SI 8, conceivably maybe, but yeah, it sounds like SI polar. Like, SI polar, I knew an ENFJ guy who got himself circumcised when he was 21 years old. And then, like, didn't listen to the doctor's instructions and went back to work too soon and then like ripped open the
Oh,
stitches,
no.
lifting stuff. Like, oh God. Oh God. Just that, I don't even like to think about it. It makes me want to go like, oh.
No.
All right. Let's see what else we got going on since there's not really any game worth watching right now.
Do you think once is an INFJ, or is that one that you're working on?
I was gonna work on that INFJ circle first.
Oh yeah.
Let me see where are my brackets? Show me my brackets. Okay, let's see how we're doing. We've got 200%. So 2 brackets did pick high point.
Nice.
The rest of them, then we got 396.9%. And we've got Rachel's first bracket in the family thing is at 73%. And then, okay, so 90 is basically 96, 73, or 100 of the possible scores. Because I didn't pick that many upsets, you know. Probably there's not going to be any other than that. So my entry in the family one is at 28%.
No.
That was not a good one for me to pick, I guess. And then another couple 28s, some 73s, there's a 26, 28, I mean. All right. There's only 634,000 perfect brackets remaining, and I have
2 of them.
2 of them. Yes.
Good job.
Thanks.
Oh, apparently I did better like last year when not using that picker thing.
I don't remember which one. I didn't. Yours are like
The
18,
last one,
18
yeah,
19,
16.
16, 17, 18,
Yeah,
19,
yeah.
and then
I think the last
that's
one.
it, or 20.
I think I picked the. I'm not sure.
So you said it starts at 15 or 16?
I think it's 15. Yeah. I
Okay, so it's
chose
15 through
Florida to
19.
win.
Yeah, 15 through 19.
Sorry about that. I would have.
Rachel, 2. Nothing to be sorry about. And other brackets. Go down to 16. Rename it Rachel 3. Go down to 17. Where is 17? I don't see a 17. Maybe it's one of the tough ones. Who knows? No, 12. Oh, yeah, it's one of the. Oh, your bracket is one of the perfect ones.
Cool.
Rachel 4.
Yeah.
And go down to 18. Rachel 5. And 19 is Rachel 6. Okay. So I've got 19 brackets. Rachel has 6 brackets.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm glad. I'm glad you got
fun.
6 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, You got one of the perfect ones. Maybe you'll be the first person in history to get a perfect bracket on ESPN. I don't know if anybody's ever gotten a perfect bracket anywhere else, maybe, but it's definitely the case that nobody's ever gotten a perfect bracket on ESPN. Until this year when Rachel does it.
Yeah.
Iran soccer chief will boycott U.S., not World Cup. Iran will boycott the United States, not the World Cup, the president of the country's football federation said Wednesday. What does that even mean? Iran's participation in the finals, which are being co-hosted this summer by the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, has been cast into doubt as the United States and Israel launched airstrikes. Iran are due to play all three of their group matches in the U.S., but the country's football federation chief said Wednesday, we will be preparing for the World Cup. We will boycott the U.S., not the World Cup. Well, what does that mean? When Trump has explicitly stated that he cannot ensure the security of the Iranian national team, what? He's saying that if the Iranian soccer team comes to America, he can't say that we're not going to attack them.
Oh my God, that's nuts.
That's insane.
Who says that?
I mean, he's such a fucking jackass. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that anybody could be like that. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. Is circumcision mutilation? Well, I don't really know what to think about it.
I'm not sure about mutilation, but it is plastic surgery.
Is it should we do that to babies? Probably not. It's good to go get recircumcised every couple years just to keep things tight. Some heavy shit is coming down, brothers, and we're going to go through it. Stephen Pressfield, The Warrior Ethos. In a Euro country, not Greece, some say mall conspiracy, others. Swifty. For the rest of the bloodists, Hindus, Christies, and etc. have any big league wins. It's a Muslim, that White Klaus. That's what he means. Twite. I'm sorry I didn't say twite. It's my bad.
Twite.
All right. I guess I'll keep the.
Oh, thanks, Acacia.
I guess I'll keep the stream running right now. Even I was just thinking about ending it and maybe working on this Typology video, but I guess I will do a little work on it or without ending it. Maybe. No, don't want to save that project. New project. All right, so this one. Wait, that's not long enough. That can't be it. Why did it delete that one? Add clip. Should be this one, right? Show me all of the things. Okay, they're upside down, I guess. All right, that's fine. I got it. I got it. This is, in fact, it. Yes. So let's do a little video splitting. I'll put the chat right here so I can see it while I'm doing this. What's a raisin? Raisin is a kind of candy. They're a delicious kind of candy.
Yes.
They're like chewy, caramely, chocolatey, delicious things. They go extra good with Haribo peaches.
That someone tries to use that kindness against us, the minute that they try to manipulate us or they try to control us, there's something that switches off. And today I'm going to break down exactly what happens when someone tries to control us. The first thing I want to talk about is introverted intuition is a built-in lie detector. And INFJs just know when something is off, we can feel it. And we talk about this all the time because it's NI and it picks up on these micro expressions and word choices and inconsistencies and all that. But here's something that I've found out. Most people live in their own fantasy world. And a lot of the time, that fantasy world is based on lies. I hate to say it, but it's true. And even if something that this person believes is completely ridiculous, they stick by it because they have their ego tied to that thing. And INFJs, they can't stand it when people are completely wrong about something and we know the actual factual answer. And it's not that
That's kind of a strange. It's like this guy's saying stuff that I might say about, people being wrong because they're clinging to their wrongness with their emotions, and intuition has almost always failed me. Logic has not so much. I mean, the thing is, you might remember the instances when your intuition fails. Most of the time when we're using our intuition, it doesn't seem like intuition because we're just knowing what's obvious.
to be correct or anything like that, or that we have to correct the person, but we just don't want to be around people who are living a lie.
So I should cut it right there, actually.
We're not going to give in, and we are not going to change our beliefs to something that's false just to fit in with a certain group.
So we
And most
will.
people will do that in a second. And we are not going to allow the
You have
group
to have
control us in
like
that way.
numbered
And
points
also,
here, so
INFJs are pretty much immune to gaslighting, and we hate it. That's where someone denied are pretty much immune.
I don't really think this is true at all.
INFJs are
I
pretty
don't think
much
this is true
immune
at all.
to gaslighting, and we hate
I
it.
think
That's where
INFJs are
someone
actually
denies reality
particularly susceptible to
and says
gaslighting.
it's totally different than what it obviously is. Like if somebody said, I love your coffee cup, and I'm sitting here with this. And we're like, what? This is a bottle. This isn't a coffee cup. And a lot of people gaslight like that all the time. And these are methods of control and manipulation. And once an INFJ sees that, they are gone. They're getting out of there. Because we're not going to be gaslit and controlled by
Yeah, I'm
someone who
listening.
doesn't even know the difference between a coffee cup
I-
and a water bottle.
I'm
The
listening to
next thing I
INFJ
want to
Circle.
talk
Yeah.
about is INFJ kindness and that it has a limit. INFJs are patient. We will absorb discomfort.
All right, let me get this part. So I'm going to go delete, keep, delete, keep, delete. Let me see if that one's delete, actually.
And a lot of people gaslight like that all the time. And these are methods of control and manipulation. And once an INFJ sees that, they are gone.
That one's gone. Okay, so all right, I've got two clips that I'm going to use here. This one is a minute long. I'll probably have to start and stop it some. Now I've got the other 655 to clip. Okay. Hi, future typology. Can we not please today? Casey Jones says, honestly, I don't trust being around people that use words like intuition and manifest. And he says, gaslighting is real, but I don't trust people that use the word gaslight. Yeah, well, I guess it's a necessary term because it's a term that means something that doesn't have another word exactly for it. Namely, but I think maybe a better word is lying. That's what one might say that Kay was gaslighting. It's more correct to say that she was lying, refusing to engage honestly, and trying to position things in a false light that deflected responsibility from her and onto me. That's a straightforward enough thing. I have trouble letting things go. They besmirched my name and my honor. What did they say to you or about you? Like, you're talking about Fly Guy, right? What did he say? It was besmirching. Yes, it's Jay from INFJ Circle. It's not gaslighting to tell somebody they're gaslighting if they're lying, but I think it's better to just say what I say, right? You're lying, you're being dishonest, you're not engaging with me in good faith, and you're falsely accusing me of something you're responsible for. Here we go. Reteaching myself math, says Gail, starting with college algebra. That way I could test out a prerequisites when I go back to college. I plan to go up until roughly calculus before going back on a speed run. Okay, well, have fun with that, Mr. Math Man. I love math so much. Okay, well, math is fine, but nah.
INFJ kindness and that it has a limit. INFJs are patient. We will absorb discomfort. We will tolerate bad behavior. And we'll even give second and third chances at people. Well, actually, I don't really give third chances anymore. I quit that around 2017. But people mistake INFJ patience for weakness. And this is a big problem.
Okay, let's see here.
And we'll even give second and third chances at people. Well, actually, I don't really give third chances anymore. I don't really give third chances anymore. I did that around 2007.
Come on, get it in the right spot.
And third chances of people. Well, actually, I don't really give third chances anymore. I quit that around 2017. But people mistake INFJ patience for weakness. And this is a big problem for us because our patience is not weakness. It is that this is a big problem for us. A patience for weakness. I quit that around 2017. But people mistake INFJ patience for weakness. And this is a big problem for us because our patience is not weakness.
If they did put something that they retracted and removed as a comment, then it's fair to say they severed from that position. You know? If in fact it was deleted when pressed on it and there was not actually any response to the reality or acknowledgement of it, then that definitely is in some sense a problem. But it's also the case that we don't want an environment where anytime anybody, is not exactly in line with whatever that they just get attacked, you know. There's no need for that. I'm guessing you might think, well, maybe this person is secretly some other person or something. Well, maybe, but that's just a maybe, and we can't act like that when it's just a maybe. And what did I do with my little spoon? What did I do with my little spoon? Oh, it's over there. Well, you know what, Fly Guy? Let's just let this go and not worry about it. And we'll just let the future of typology play out as it does. Not everybody needs to be dragged over the coals for every instance of wrongness. You know, sometimes we may want to prioritize peace. And I'm not necessarily saying anything either way about what happened future. I'm just saying, let's not argue and bicker over who killed whom, as they say in Monty Python.
It is data collection. It's a method of helping that person. It's a method of helping the group and society. And really, we're just being polite. We feel like it's the right thing to do. And if someone is on the wrong track, and we know it and we see it,
That's fine, Fly Guy.
we are going to be watching and processing and giving that person every opportunity.
That's fine. I understand. If in fact accusations are getting flung back and forth, then it's understandable that especially that either party, but especially somebody innocent of something, would defend themselves. Totally understand. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want a lot of conflict today, but I understand that people need to say what they need to say. I would hope that we can do it with as little name calling as possible. How's that? How did that work? You accused him of besmirching you. He accused you of being a liar. So basically, we both accuse each other of not being honest about the other one. I'm ready to let it go like the girl from Frozen. Well, you did lie, and AJ and Simple Girl agree. Okay. I need to get a beverage. And never trust a rumor that isn't officially denied. I mean, that's a strange theory. Buzzer beater. Is there a buzzer beater going on in the basketball game? I seriously doubt it, given both those underdogs were well behind. Oh, I'm in logged in as the wrong, yeah. Okay, I'll log in as the right, yeah. That's fine. Oh, Wincest, you silly goose. This game's not close. This game appears to be even less close. Let me see. Maybe it is close. Trouble, what are you meowing at me about? What? 69-48 Michigan State. Well, that one's not close. I have already watched you eat. I have, yes. I watched with both of my eyes. This is this game here. Arkansas versus Hawaii. They're up by almost 20 points. So now the next game that starts is supposed to start at. It's basically the little break that they have. It's not really a full break. Like there's never exactly 0 games going on during this break. Maybe just like there'll be one game still going on when the next one comes on. I think it's at 3:50. All right, fine. I will go into the kitchen.
I'm with you.
What did I say about you when you're not here? Did I talk poorly about you? I think I just asked a question about you, didn't I? And Fly Guy, I don't say anything different when you're here than when you're not here at all. I don't do that at all. If I had known you were here, I would have said exactly the same thing. I don't remember what it was, but oh, he wasn't talking about me. Okay. That's fine then. All right, fine. My mistake. I make that mistake all the time. I think that talking to somebody else is talking to me.
Hi, Cam.
Sometimes I know it. They're not talking to me, but I just answer it anyway. But this time I genuinely thought he was talking to me. Hi, Cameron. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We are going to use our eyeballs to ensure that our cat has food in his stomach. He's evolved so that he can't eat without human eyeballs watching him. You are the fittest. You have been selected for trouble. You've been selected in favor of. He has this. He was born with a special mutation that gives him the power to compel people to watch him eat. I had Delilah as my helper at work today. She's great. We assembled 6 tables. Really? That's fantastic.
Yeah, that is.
Well, like, did you ask her, like, would you like to help me at this work thing? Or how did that happen even?
Yeah.
Hands up, don't shoot. My mouth has a terrible taste of like the last couple bong rips. It got like a lot of bong resin in my mouth or something. I'm not sure how or why, but my parking lot squirrel buddy just walked up to me. Haven't seen her since last summer. She had told me she wanted to be a handyman when we met up to deal with her curse of the joke came up. I texted her. That's amazing. Thank you, Cameron. You're so wonderful.
Wait, what happened?
Delilah said to him she wanted to be a handyman, and he said, and when this job came up, he texted her, and she said, yeah.
Oh.
So that's amazing. Thank
That's
you so much,
great.
Cameron.
Wow.
I hope she enjoyed it.
Me too. It sounded like it was a success.
Yeah. I trust her to be a good worker, not like a fuck around, you know.
No.
So she may have a lot of skills she still needs to learn, but she's not, yeah, like I said, she's not gonna be a layabout or be lazy or what have you.
She had the interest, so
Yeah, that's great. You just call her Squirrel Buddy? How do you know it's a she squirrel? Is it because she looks like a girl squirrel? She's very good at table building, not afraid of reading instructions, cleans up. That's good. Fantastic.
oh, that is good.
That's wonderful news. No, I just need to get a job.
What?
I said, no, I just need to get a job. I don't, who knows what she's been up to? I have no idea.
Right. This is
But,
new. This is for you.
but
The
it
right
would
thing
be,
will come along.
oh yeah, well, you know, I'm not super worried about it or anything. I'm pleased that I have more momentum in that direction than I've had in a long time, and I'm pleased that I'm working on, you know, stuff that might improve the channel and maybe get me more typology, more typing sessions. I've gotten did get a couple recently, so that was nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like that couple on a bus could pay our electricity bill. It was at a women's club, so they said, I'm fired and she's hired, kind of.
Aw, that's so cute.
Well, that's, what a heartwarming tale.
That really is.
I guess I'll get a cerveza. I've got 3 left, that's a lot, actually. Bim, 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 bim. Bim, 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 bim. Bim, 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 bim.
What is that?
That new Baby and Only song.
Oh.
Why am I like this? That's cool. All right, Trouble, you've been watched enough. Let me turn this light off. Oops. How's YouTube's favorite cute wife today? I think she's doing great. How do you handle an INTJ that's mad at you? Give them a puzzle to solve or something? I mean, I think it's very difficult to even know that an INTJ is mad at you. One of the INTJ specialties is everyone's doing everything wrong, and I'm mad about it, but I show no emotions. Kind of like, when you type in INTJ and I say, what do you think about this statement? Everyone's doing everything wrong, and though it's outrageous, I show no reaction. And it's like that, in that moment, is the first time in the entire session I will see the INTJ smile. You don't see that very often, you know.
You going outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna follow you.
Okay, sounds good. You can tell this one's mad at you. Well, obviously, what you should do about it depends on why they're mad at you. I'm not exactly sure how responsive an INTJ is going to be to, like, verbal accountability. But that would be my strategy anytime anybody's mad at me, if it was my fault. If they're mad at me and it's not my fault, then obviously that's their problem. And I don't care about their emotions unless I'm responsible for them. Unless it's like Rachel or something. I'll care about her emotions regardless. But if even then, if she's trying to blame me for her emotions and I'm not responsible for them, then I'm not gonna have it very long. I gotta get my glasses. Man, these wasabi peas are strong. Why are we clueless? Easy Zombie says. Go ahead, Rachel.
What?
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
Ruben's having a salad which feels
wasabi peas. Wasabi peas are good.
wasabi peas
Who's
are good.
having them?
Yelp.
Oh.
I'm having a salad which feels congruent with that sentiment.
Okay, so I'm going with water or
Are we ending the poll?
yeah.
End poll. Thank you for participating in the poll, everybody. Water wins.
So a common current of ylang.
Ylang-a-lang. A calming current of ylang-a-lang.
Uh-oh.
Fantastic.
Tuberose, oak moss, and patchouli.
Well, you know what? I had Lou prove to me that when somebody's not bathed in the shit in small amounts in the right combination of things, it can
Okay,
smell
you're
nice.
right.
So
Yeah, you're right. I have a perfume that has patchouli in it. Can't even tell it has patchouli in it. Okay, here it goes. A little worried. I'm a little worried though.
I'm gonna smell you after you spray it and see.
How many sprays?
I don't know. I have no idea how much you're supposed to spray on
It's a
you.
mist. So what, like 3 or 4? I'll go with 3.
You need to go that way more. Start this way because the wind's blowing it that way. Let's just start with your hand.
I think I have it on me. I can smell it on me.
Oh yeah, it smells nice. It's got kind of a yeah, it smells really nice. It's got kind of a baby powder smell, but it's more like it smells like it's baby powder with some like I don't know.
I don't like it.
Nutmeggy cinnamony thing or something.
It's the patchouli.
Oh, you don't like the
I
patchouli?
don't look like I'm regretting my decision. But that's the whole fun of it, right? Like to try it out.
Well,
It's not really my.
you know what you could do? You could go use. You have a hairdryer?
Mhm.
You could blow wind on you to blow it away.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'm gonna try that because
I hate chocolate covered coffee beans. I do not know why anybody would
bad.
want to eat those things. Has anybody had those before? Chocolate covered coffee beans?
Yeah, I like them.
Really?
Yeah.
But they leave a little grit in your mouth.
That's true. That is not good. That's not yummy. I like coffee flavored candies. Like we had those like little candies, hard candies. It'd be better if they were soft.
Coffee nips?
No, it was like called with a K. Like maybe I got them. Conk is something.
Oh, okay. I kind of do remember those. Yeah, we got those when we went to Bonds one time, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Wasabi and ghost pepper. Neutron
No.
bomb sauce. No, thank you. I don't need things that are that hot. I like things a little hot. E3 Zombie says Trump made a Pearl Harbor joke today in front of the Japanese Prime Minister. It's pretty amazing.
He's bad FE.
Means counter value.
Yep. Oh my god. I really do think I need to like change.
Get rid of that spray.
I'm not gonna wear it anymore. I can give it to someone who likes patchouli. Or just get rid of it. Yeah, is that right?
That's fine. That's why she sent you 4 of them. Because, you know which one you liked. I heard shampooing with coffee is good for hair. Really? Wonder why. Cameron says, I like chocolate covered coffee beans in my super colon blow cereal. Does chocolate covered coffee beans make you poop? All messages. Now I've got it on all messages. I believe it was Ruben the other day said that he doesn't like that it defaults to top messages. I agree with him on this. I don't like that it defaults to top messages either. Add a Q&A sticker. Oh, it disappeared now. Chocolate covered cherries hit different. Well, do they have the pits taken out of them? To me, if you're going to cover a cherry in chocolate, you should take the pit out first. But by and large, rather than cover my fruit in chocolate, if I want fruit and chocolate, I just get chocolate and have it next to a fruit rather than covering it. I really don't like chocolate covered strawberries very much either. It's kind of like a weirdly tart combination with the chocolate that I always seem to not like very much. I heard that a coffee enema is stimulating for the liver. Wow. You know what? If I smoke this, I need to get one more thing. I'll be right back. Chocolate works with bananas, raisins, and peanuts, says Cameron. Well, I agree that chocolate and peanuts go really well together. I think chocolate and orange goes well together too. But you never hear of anybody eating like a chocolate covered orange slice. Why not? Maybe because orange slices, like once you dip them in chocolate, they don't stay good. A segment of orange won't stay good that long. Once you've removed it from this, it's get away, bee. It's rind. It's skin. It's shell. Get away! I said. Listen, bee. Go away.
Hey, maybe my perfume will make it go away. No, it's
I'll
not
blow
working.
smoke at it.
That is a good way of getting them to go away.
Get, shoot. Oh my God. This bee is like, let's go someplace else.
Okay. It's freaking following me.
We'll go over here. There's a shade right there. We'll go to end over here on the shade. All right, I think the moment, living, be free.
Nope.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell if that was a bee or a fly.
I couldn't tell either.
Bug spray attracts bees. Well, bees love water, huh? They have chocolate oranges you bash on a table before opening. Hmm. You have to bash it, huh?
What do you think having a water aura does to a person?
Well, according to, traditional understandings of that kind of mythos, it makes you adaptable, fluid, and responsive to changing conditions in the environment, and uh, makes you more capable of dealing with what might damage something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be what a water aura would be.
And that's what it is to you?
Well, that's how I think it's traditionally interpreted.
How do you interpret it?
I mean, I guess I'd say when I think of water, I think of waves.
Mm.
So probably I think of water as more representative of frequencies than the other ones.
Okay. What frequency am I on?
I don't know what frequency you're on, but I'm saying frequency links to time and music. And so, like, the art of water, therefore, would be music, whereas, like, the art of earth would be, like, I don't know, sculpture. Art of fire would be some kind of, like, neon sign or something. The art of air, well, these would be kind of like architecture because architecture is all about forming open spaces. But
Like one of those like big architectures that is like balanced.
they're like Union Station in LA, or probably is like that in New York train station too, where they have these like huge, unnecessarily tall ceilings where it's not like they could have fit like 4 floors in there, but they just made it unnecessarily tall.
Mm-hmm.
You walk there and you
You
look up
gotta
and
look
you
up.
feel small.
Yeah. Do they have the Zodiac on Union Station?
Not that I ever noticed, but I wouldn't notice it if they
Mm.
had.
Okay, so like how am I like water based on your interpretation?
I mean, if I were to say what element you associate with, I don't think it would be water.
What would you
Oh, well, I
associate?
mean, in some ways, yeah. Like, I'd also associate water with patience and with, um,
Ooh.
like, not being especially impactful in the short term, but ending up with what you want anyway. Like, if you were to think of it in terms of small action and big impact, which I also think of you as being, even though I know that seems contradictory to the water thing, but like,
That's like waves though.
yeah, it's kind of like waves, but yeah, but I was thinking about elements in terms of small action, big impact. It would have to be fire because, like, I think this is true for all INFJs that they'll they'll do things or say things that have big impacts, but they won't receive proportionate credit.
Hmm. Yeah.
And the exception to that would be like uh, in music, where if you've got a successful INFJ musician, they are going to make equivalently small decisions that make big impacts. In other words, they're attentive to the fact that everything has to be exactly so.
It doesn't disappoint you that I'm not an INFJ musician, does it?
No, darling. Of course not. Is my SI resume good enough? Is something you like to ask me often. I guess that's SE SIA. Anyway, you could always mess with that later. The momentum. All right, I'll try it. Read minds, yes or no? Do you read minds or does somebody read minds? I'm not sure what that question means. It's this automatic thing that YouTube popped up and asked me if I wanted to try it. I've never tried it before, so I thought, why not?
Are you air?
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But I'm air and
Earth.
I mean that's technically my astrology sign, but I more identify with air and water because I think of water as being frequency related. So air and air and frequency is what makes sound come out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And talking and singing and all that stuff is very much an air thing.
Yeah. Okay, so you're air
And water.
and water.
And that's why I have so little impact. Fire and earth are much more impactful, I think.
Is that what I am? No.
No, I think
I'm water.
you're like fire in that you take a small action and have a big
Yeah,
impact.
yeah.
And you're like water in that you're patient and like adaptive to external expectations and stuff. It comes from prioritizing things other than your subjectivities.
That's true. I never thought about that.
So I'd say about Earth that it links strongly to high SI. J. Oh, je suis un petit sucre. I remember you. Bonjour. Quelle heure est-il? Much respect for wanting a positive change. When I went for gaining muscle size, I went with less reps, higher weight, based on what the muscle magazines from the 90s said. It worked. I mean, I'd watch out for this weightlifting stuff because at my age, 54, I have sore elbows. This elbow is mostly sore, my right elbow. My left elbow gets sore when I start doing a lot of stuff. You want to preserve your elbows for later. Lifting weights seems like a good way to not preserve your elbows. Bye, Ananova.
It's so true though, stuff like that. Like my fucking posture.
My dad used to always tell me about my posture when I was a kid. Stand up straight. I did adopt more attentiveness to posture because of it. Like I don't do it much anymore, but I used to regularly remind myself, stand up straight. There's no reason to be all hunched over all the time. So I have a question. If you know, what type do you think Hannibal from the NBC show is? Never seen the show. I don't know. I'm assuming it's about Hannibal Lecter, the serial killer character. Is it the same Hannibal from Silence of the Lambs? Then I would say, what type is he? I mean, it's hard to type like a serial killer because whatever personality type they have, it seems to have been to some extent supplanted by this other thing called the evilness that it can make it hard to tell. Like, what type was Charlie Manson? Well, he certainly had a lot of crazy words. I remember when I was working at Rebay as a middle school debate coach, the high school coach had one of his speech kids do a Charlie Manson parole hearing speech as a what's that called, declamation speech, and it met the qualifications technically. To do something as declamation, the speech has to have been given in a public forum, and there's a couple other little criteria, and it technically met those criteria, and he had them be all crazy like Charlie Manson, and did quite well with it. I thought that's pretty creative right there. It's a pretty creative thing for a speech coach to do. Y'all people can answer if you'd like in the chat. My problem is that I'm an ectomorph and my joints got messed up during max play, just what Eric is mentioning. Mesomorph and endomorphs have tougher frames to build upon. My frame's not that tough. Lecter reads ENTJ to Winston's mom, huh? Maybe. It is true that ENTJs can be quite precise about how they keep themselves and their spaces and stuff. You know, you might think like, well, ESTJ with their SI in a good spot, they'd be like the most clean and have everything tight and minimalist and whatever, but it's not that way at all. ENTJs with SI polar have a possibly the sanest possible relationship with physical objects. They understand that they do not want a bunch of clutter around. I appreciate that quality of theirs, you know. I don't have it myself. I don't want a lot of clutter around, but if you actually look around my space, it's just covered with all of my clutter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize for my clutter.
Your clutter doesn't really bother me. I sometimes will like centralize it over by your chair, but you actually have less clutter than me in our central living space there because I also have all those musical instruments over there. There's just not a better solution for it though.
Well, I apologize, like, like in my room.
Why I don't even ever go in your room.
I don't want anyone to go. I mean, like, if my mom were to visit, I would clean up that room. And, like, when the seasons change, I'll put away my jeans and stuff. It's just like, I don't know.
It's your room to do it as you see fit. It's not a shared space at all. Something I learned working out was by doing it wrong. I worked out the same muscle groups every day for 5 days and felt the body equivalent of a deep depressive episode where movement was difficult. Huh.
I always like cardio. Except, like, here, I have to, like, mentally. I have to, like, the hills.
It wouldn't kill us to get like a stationary bike or something. I hate the
We
idea
should.
of getting something like that in general, in principle, but it actually might be good for us
It
to
could,
get that.
you know, because I was telling Kimi, like, I totally would be going for walks. It's beautiful. And I used to go on walks all the time in Arcadia, just to get, like, blow off steam. And, but the hills just, like, I told her, I'm walking up the hills and I'm sweating at the same time and I'm like panting. It's, like, not fun.
I mean, you have to like what I discovered last time when I was shoveling snow. I hadn't really done any exercise. I went out there and I shoveled snow hard for a stretch of time, and then I was just like felt like I was gonna die. I was breathing so hard. I was like, trying to catch my breath. I was just like, oh god. And then I went inside for a bit, and when I went out next time and I shoveled again, my body had already made adaptations, and I didn't get nearly as winded, and it felt fine. It's one of those things where you just kind of gotta break through the barrier between being sedentary and exercising once or twice, and you'll adapt pretty quickly, I think. Oh,
Maybe.
wasp. My biggest problem is not that I never get exercise. I do during stretches of time, like when I've got to shovel, go dig around all this dirt, which I did. I got some exercise. When I shovel snow, I got some exercise. And sometimes maybe I'll like sweep and get a little bit of exercise, but my issue is regularity. I need to regularly get it. I need to get myself breathing hard and my heart beating fast. I need that. That's what I'm looking for is the cardio.
I know, like, this is very, like, I don't know, like 21st century thinking, but like, you can watch something like ride the bike, or like they have these like smaller treadmills that don't have a thing. Um,
Okay. Well, I mean, let's look for some such thing when we're out and about, like especially at thrift stores, yard sales. I don't think I want to spend money buy a
okay.
brand new one, unless there's some specific advantage of a new design that makes it indisputably better than all alternatives. Um, as far as like bike or treadmill, I think I'd prefer a
Bike.
bike than
Yeah.
treadmill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's look for one. The heavy bag is good. Just walk around the block is free. Well, I mean,
No, it's not
I wish
fun
I
for
would walk around the
me.
block. Unfortunately, I find myself not doing so as much. Or I wish I would really, I'd kind of like run
Why
around the
would
block.
that be fun? I don't know. It's like I want maybe because I haven't done it with my earbuds in yet. Doing it with like walking with music will help. I don't know. I
Or,
should get
or
out and touch
walking,
grass.
walking by yourself instead of waiting for me to go.
Oh man, I'm motivating myself. I talk myself out of it all the time. Yeah. I could like wear my headphones, listen to music.
Yeah.
What should I do about dogs?
I mean, I don't think you really have to worry about it.
I never did, and then
The only dog that's loose is Leo. When Jared was telling a story about that other dog, that was an instance when the power was off, so it was able to get past its electric fence.
I don't. Oh, okay. But Brandon was telling me about a different dog.
I mean, you could walk with this thing.
Yeah.
And if need be, you can hit the dog with your stick.
Yeah. Or at least put distance between me and it
Yeah.
if I have time. I don't know. It shouldn't keep me from a walk here and there. It's like, I don't know. I have to get used to it.
I'm not worried about any cardio cutting into my strength gains because I'm not trying to get stronger. I'm already the strongest man in the world. So why would I want to get stronger? Good question, huh?
This doctor, when I get on my kicks of things, this doctor, they did a Q&A, with her, and she said that people should do like more than like 15 pounds or more and do like 3 reps. Like do heavier weights, but not that many reps.
Oh, yeah, they were talking about that in the chat. That seems to be something that people were agreeing on. Whoa says, you remind me of myself when I was your age. I do? I did that for a bit with backpack of heavy books. 3.5 miles walking, looping the Arboretum, and then 0.07 for the bike ride. Got burned out after 3 days of it in a row.
Holy, you're burning
That's-
so many calories.
That's
wow.
too ambitious. It's too ambitious.
I mean, I want to do a mile. Like, I think around here it's just like I don't even know, a half a mile.
I'm not sure how far the big loop is.
No, small loop.
The small loop is, I would say, yeah, about half a mile.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
We could drive it in the car and get a more exact reading of it, but you gotta rotate things around, motherfucker. Rotate things around. Rotate things around, motherfucker.
The way that I used to do cardio at the gym on a bike was, well, intermittently, not all the time, was run and then incline for like a minute.
Has Shane Gillis ever made me laugh? I don't know who Shane Gillis is. I think I have actually a face in my mind here, but I don't know if I'm thinking of the right guy. There seems to be a lot of wasps up there.
Uh-oh. Well, we could go out that window and do something about it, I guess.
Yeah, they're over there as well.
Yeah.
I think they're making wasp's nest right there.
Alright, we gotta not have that.
So I could, one thing I could do, I could bring out the pressure washer and squirt them down.
Yeah.
Because the reason they want to build their wasp nest where they do is because they're trying to avoid getting them wet. So squirting with a hose is a good idea.
That's a ethical way of doing it. Is that right? Is that the word that I'm looking for?
You mean like better than poison or something, or not killing them? Might be more ethical.
Whatever,
I'm not really
it's still
sure.
killing them.
I don't know if it's killing them or not. It's just preventing them putting their nest there.
If that works, that's great. That's grand. It seemed to work last time when you did it with the garage and the porch. So
Yeah. So I'm going around now. I'm looking for wasps and where they might be making nests. There's a wasp. Right there. Oh, get away. Get away. All right. I'm looking right here. Underneath this.
Lots of wasps at the doorway. Not that one. The second doorway.
Here?
Yeah, in the corner up the left.
Well,
I saw one.
oh, okay. It's not there anymore, yeah. Okay, I don't see any wasp nests here. Waspatoria. They usually like to build it. Oh, there's one up there, I see. And there's one right there. They're all like, oh, this would be a good place to build that wasp nest. No, motherfuckers, no. Time to get you. All right. I'm going to try to get them with just the regular hose so I don't have to bring out the pressure washer.
When's the next March Madness game?
Uh,
Oh, is it
it's
over?
about no. It's about the next set of games. We're in the little break period between the morning games and the evening games, but the next one starts in about 6 minutes or something.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Look at all those
Wow,
waspatoria.
there's so many. Oh man.
So what I need to find.
Spraying down.
Sure. Okay, I got this thing.
Hey, does our house have that font? I think it does.
Um.
Look,
Yeah, I don't know if that is
that's
it.
not the font?
I think the sevens in the font go more like this.
I don't know.
We can check it out.
Yeah.
We can check it out. Maybe you're right. Um. Horrible wasps.
Yeah, they're up there too.
All right, let me close the garage door so I don't get water in the garage.
We're gonna blast some water on some waspatoria.
Yeah, we are.
Here it is. Here. I feel like such an ESFJ. Like, here he is. Whoa. It's raining.
Take that, you wasp.
Good job.
Got myself a little wet. That's okay.
Make sure you get the corners. They seem to really like the corners. Oh, sorry, guys. You're missing it.
We're getting so very, very wet. Got that waspatoria. Okay. Take that, you wasp.
Good job.
All right, that's that.
Oh my gosh.
So wet.
Yeah.
It just leaks a little bit. Well, that was pretty quick and easy. No pressure washer required.
My laptop does that too, Fly Guy. It takes forever to boot up, and I'm like, I do feel like, well, I guess I've grown patience from having to wait. But I'm like, oh, why doesn't it just like, start off? I have to wait.
That's some progress. That is some progress.
Good job.
Thanks. I knocked down multiple waspatoria from the garage eave. And I know I saw I got at least one, and I'm sure I actually got other spots, but one that was starting to build up a little bit, you know, up there as well. So hopefully that will dissuade the wasps. They're coming right back. Why would you still want to be there now that it's wet? I thought you want your nest where it's dry. I think I missed a key spot there. I just saw this wasp. He went.